Hey, the latest Gabby Petito news here. This is Friday, the 17th of September, 2021. This is the independent British-based news service, Gabby Petito, Update Live. News citing narrows search as Brian, the boyfriend's sister, calls the body cam dispute typical. Apparently, she says that they have had many disputes in their relationship. Anyway, the latest news here is a couple claims they saw YouTuber Gabby Petito's van near Jenny Lake in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. They saw the van on the 25th of August, narrowing the potential search area for investigators as they see if they deem the tip credible. The couple said they did not see Petito or fiance Brian Laundrie. But they did see the vehicle there at that time. So that does suggest, again, time frame and all that other stuff. Anyway, and the other thing is the family, Petito's family, have revealed that they do not believe that her final text message, Gabby's text message on the 30th of August actually came from her. I've heard that reported by a number of reports. Anyway, so we did, the big news yesterday was the body camera footage from Moab showed a police encounter with a couple with Ms. Petito, they say her Ms. Petito crying over the argument she and Mr. Landry had during their trip. Anyway, Fox News here. Utah Sheriff is actively, quote-unquote, investigating a possible connection between Petito's disappearance and a double homicide. Now, we reported right here on the Camo channel back in mid-August that newlyweds 38-year-old Crystal Turner and 24-year-old Kylan Schultz were found shot to death at a campground southeast of Moab on August 18th, 5 days after they were last seen leaving a downtown bar. They had told friends that they had seen, the female couple had seen a creepy guy who was making them uncomfortable in a campsite just days before the double homicide. And so there are police investigating whether there's a connection. Here's what's interesting. Schulte worked at the Moonflower Community Cooperative in Moab, the same location that Petito and her fiancé Brian got into a fight. Gabby and her fiancé Brian got into a fight on August 12th, and that's where the Moab body camera footage came from. So that was at the same place, the Moonflower Community Cooperative in Moab, where one of the women that was murdered there on the 18th was, she had worked, Kylan Schulte. Anyway, here are pictures of all of them. There's the couple there that were murdered there in Moab. One of them worked at the Moonflower place, and there is Brian and Gabby. They are and they were there at the Moonflower place on the 12th. So anyway, so the police are investigating a possible connection between the two incidents. Anyway, but that's all we know right now. The couple left a hotel in Salt Lake City, which is about 230 miles northwest of Moab on August 24th, and they were heading to Grand Teton National Park. The last verbal conversation Petito's mom, Nicole Schmidt, there on Long Island, had with her daughter was on August 25th, when the couple was apparently in Grand Teton. The boyfriend, Brian, returned home to North Point, Florida, where the couple's trip began on September 1 with Petito's white van, but without Petito. Police have since confiscated the van and are doing tests on it. The mother, Schmidt, said she received a text from Petito's phone on the 27th and another on the 30th of August, but she does not think either of these texts were actually from her daughter. She says, "I believe the text was not from my daughter. Now that we know that the van was in Florida on the 1st, there is no way that text was from my daughter," the mother told Fox News. Petito was reported missing on September 11th, and the van was recovered from Laundrie's parents' home. That's where he's staying, I guess, that same night. The North Point Police Department has named Brian Laundrie, a person of interest, and he has obviously retained a lawyer and is not communicating with the police, other than a very short statement that his attorney released. So again, a potential sighting of the couple, at least their vehicle there in the Grand Teton area, any possible connection, coincidence, who knows, regarding the Moonflower Community Cooperative there. Yeah, again, where that murdered couple, one of them had worked. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, it's crazy. It just keeps going and going here. We'll keep you updated and let you know if we hear anything more. Thanks for watching. If you see any interesting news articles on this case that you'd like me to cover, email me at gmx. It's camodave@gmx.com. That's camodave@gmx.com. Thanks for all your news tips, and we're keeping an eye on this, and we honestly hope that Gabby is somehow found alive and well, but chances of that happening, personally, I think pretty slim. All right, folks, thanks for watching.